Yeah, you can mention about Penkridge and like we'll be the first ones to talk about Penkridge because
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna talk about all the horrors and the Lash Demon Heads I bought.
I had some absolute fucking talking about horrors. I had some horrors behind me in the queue. Jesus Christ.
And welcome to episode 31 of the Hexperts Battletech podcast. This week is the mighty questionsode because I need to go through all the questions in the question chat on the Discord and actually answer them. And I've been able to get everyone here, so I'm going to talk about who's here.
Before we start,
Yeah,
quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
Who's your favourite question guy? So you know how in the world we've got many guys that ask questions.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite guy that asks questions? I'm going to start. Mine's the Riddler from Batman.
he's a pretty cool guy that asks questions.
Who's your favourite question guy?
I'm not too sure, to be fair. Who's the guy that?
You don't have a favourite question
Who's
guy?
the guy that interviewed Nixon? He's a good question guy.
Frost.
David Frost. He's good at questions. He's a good question guy.
I was thinking more like the two heads that one tells the truth and the other one always tells a lie type guys. But you can have David Frost.
I'm gonna have David Frost.
Can I throw a hat into the ring?
Go on.
Of course.
I think my favourite question guy is Philip Schofield.
That's an interesting choice.
What questions? Like, what's your age?
No, please. It's not even introduced who you are yet.
I think that's probably the only question he didn't ask.
Nathan, do you have?
to make sure.
Nathan, do you have a choice?
I like Plato because it's like if in like 2,000 years later, the entirety of civilization was like philosophically was founded on Triple H. That's
right. Okay. So now we've got to do a round robin. So who would win in a fight, Lewis? The Riddler or David Frost?
I'm pretty sure the Riddler would beat David Frost.
Okay, so he goes through to the final, and then we've got Plato versus Philip Schofield.
Well, since Plato was a bodybuilder, I think he's gonna win.
He was also a wrestler, and Plato means the void.
I think
That's
he'll
why it's
win.
cally Plato because literally he just he just did
young boys as well.
he literally, if he just like the fight wasn't going his way, just lats spread on them, and people are like, yes, I agree with him. I agree. That's a good argument.
Okay, so
who's winning the fight, Lewis? Plato or Philip Schofield?
I'm pretty sure Plato's won that.
Okay, so who's going to win in the fight, Plato or the Riddler?
Oh,
Plato,
100%.
I don't know. It depends if the Riddler's got like a little setup kind of thing. But again, Plato.
I mean, does the Riddler have goons?
No. Welcome to the Hexperts, a Battletech podcast.
Yes, and this week your hosts, we've managed to get all of them, which I don't know if is a good thing or a bad thing.
Good.
Good. Okay, we'll go with that then. So obviously we've got myself, Lewis. We've got Tom back from his hiatus in the desert.
I have come back as the new Ayatollah.
There was only one set of footsteps because he was carrying them.
I don't know if we've been recording long enough to have this kind of conversation in the podcast.
What's the problem with me saying that I'm the new Ayatollah of Iran?
I think you'll find as the podcast host, we get to decide how long it is until we talk.
We
about
definitely can't.
Yeah,
we definitely can't monetize this episode.
I was about to say, what's the issue? Oh, it's like there was Khomeini, and then Tom.
Okay. So Tom, yeah, new leader over in the Middle East.
I like how uncomfortable this is making you. This is awesome.
We've got Nathan over there.
Oh.
There you go. That's a bit easier. And Dom down there.
Yep, that's me.
That's you. Super. Well, that was quite an interesting intro there. Let's see if we can get things to settle down slightly as we carry on. Although I don't know if they will. So firstly, let's quickly go over what hobby we've been up to. I think for some of us this is going to be quite short, and for one of us this might be quite long. So should we? I might as well start off because I've not started for a while. the Ebon Jaguar that I've been trying to do for the past couple of weeks is still sitting on my workbench. I think it's just fallen over now, but that's about as far as I've got. Dom, what have you been up to? You've got to been up to some things.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of hobby in terms of like wargaming hobbies. To be honest, I've just been playing Metro and cleaning my house.
That's
Wait, that's so cool. Would you be able to tell me a little bit about Metro? Who's the main character?
Thomas the Tank Engine. Anyway,
Is it? Oh, is it?
now on to Nathan.
Wait! It's Artyom, isn't it? Artyom.
It is Artyom.
We got him. We got him, Dom.
Oh.
Don't worry, we're going to beat him. And the other main character is his mate.
Yeah, Vlad.
It's just Artyom.
Cool.
Wow.
So yeah, so Dom has been playing Metro. No hobby, Dom. You've been doing any
I've been
buying his
doing-
hobby. You
I mean,
bought any cool
I've been
models?
buying, which is the worst kind of hobby because it's just
How dare
the
you?
futile chase of consumerism. But I bought some really old pink horrors for Warhammer Fantasy Battle, circa 1992, I believe. They were quite fun. I bought them from a bring and buy sale that we have in the West Midlands called Penkridge War Boot, which was full of people that look like they belong in the Cantina band from Star Wars.
He doesn't like you.
I'm pretty sure I saw Jabba the Hutt, if I'm being honest.
That was just Dom. As well.
I'm spotted some sort of Dexter Jetster type creature.
Ah,
From
you
down
wanna
the hall.
wanga!
So you've now just
Anyway,
insulted,
Nathan.
insulted all of Penkridge.
I mean, if Max Rebo was in Penkridge, I'd definitely go a lot more.
So Nathan, what have you been up to then?
I have just been painting red scorpions. I've finally finished my Tech Marine. I've finished a guy with a melter gun. And now I've got 2 more Space Marines to paint and a little 30k Mechanicum Automata fella.
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
He looked pretty cool. Well, Tom, can you summarise what you've been up to, or is this going to be? Because I know you don't. You don't stop.
I actually haven't. I've been super busy. I have recently invested in a new 3D printer, which has caused great joy in my life. So, first thing on the chopping block is I've been getting into something called Spectre operations, which is like sort of modern / semi-futuristic skirmish gaming.
Yeah.
So I painted up a bunch of mercenaries for that. So they're kind of like, they're called tier 2 operators, but they're effectively a bunch of people that are going somewhere to shoot some people for money. I've also, what else have I painted? I painted those up. I finished my fire mandrels. I don't know if I announced this last time.
I don't. You might have done. But you need to post them up though.
So I do. I have a full trinary of fire mandrels now. So it's not even like a little amount. It's 15 plus some elementals. And then I'm currently painting up some Baron's War. Because I've decided that I'm doing the Baron's War circuit this year. So I've got, I want to say,
What is
3
that,
events.
Tom?
Baron's War. It's a medieval war game. Probably you're looking at between, well, I'm playing Outlaws, so I'm playing like Robin Hood kind of thingy. And at the points level that we're playing, I'm looking at about 50 to 60 models, whereas you can go as low as 25.
I thought Barons.
So
of,
it's
I thought Barons of War was like Mortal Gods. I thought it was like 12 models. I didn't think it was that many guys.
Barons, no, it can be quite small, but we're playing at, I want to say 800 points, which is slightly above average. But it's it's slightly above what you might see in a game normally, but it's the tournament average.
Okay. I think it's probably me getting confused because I've seen on the Footsore store that obviously they're selling their special characters, but I assume actually thinking about it, you buy a bunch of like Victrix models and then have a couple special characters from Footsore. I'm guessing that's your army usually.
Yeah, so like the futsal retinues that they sell, which is kind of like your starter armies, are about 500 points.
Yeah.
So they're sort of just over halfway to what I'm playing at, and you know they're a decent whack. So I've been doing that. I've got what else have I got? I've got a Trench Crusade event in July, so I've been painting up some Polish Lithuanians for that, and I've currently got some coins that I've 3D printed,
It's hard
like
to
some
do.
proper old.
Coins are hard to 3D print.
Not really. They're just flat surfaces, so you just angle them 45 degrees and call it a day.
I think I've been using older printers though. Didn't not all these fancy
Yeah,
new
no.
ones.
To be fair, I've got the. I want to say is it the Anacube? It's
Is it
what is it,
Anycubic?
the Saturn 16K.
Saturn's an Elegoo.
It's the Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra 16K, which is a real mouthful. It was about 400 quid. However, it's the best printer I've ever used. It's probably got the only good bit of AI in the world,
Yeah.
which is it uses AI to identify when you've got shit on your print bed,
Oh, that's
when
cool.
you don't want it, and it'll be like, by the way, you've got crap knocking around your
don't
tank.
print.
Like, and then to fix that, it's got a really cool system where you can just say, I would like you to clean my print bed, and it just blasts the entire tank for 15 seconds.
You get it, the bottom layer becomes solid, and you can peel it off.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That sounds pretty fancy.
Yeah, and then it's a 16K resolution printer, so it's fast and it's really crisp quality. So I've actually painted. So I've because obviously I'm trying to keep costs down. Cost of living crisis and all that. For my capitalist indulgence, I've printed off a load of the bodies for the Outlaws for Baron's War.
Yep.
So Wargames Atlantic run a digital site on My Mini Factory where you can buy certain STLs. So if any of you guys out there play Baron's War, I don't know why you would. This is a Battletech podcast. Check out My Mini Factory for Wargames Atlantic's STLs. They're about 20 quid for a pack, but you can print them as much as you want,
Yeah,
which keeps costs down.
you could tie that back into Battletech. They've got some more modern sculpts in their STLs, haven't they? I think. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe.
just
You could,
just if you want to print loads of one thing, and you think it's going to be super expensive, like if you want to field loads of one thing, just check to see whether there's an STL of it.
Yeah, Nathan's got a flashlight STL that he's been printed
you
loads of them.
I just print it right on, to be fair. I just stick my crotch in there, just print it right on. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
He uses it like it's like
For
a
the-
like
for
suction
the-
from the resin.
For the rest of you that actually want to have legitimate advice, that's my
Wow.
tip of the day.
Tom's tip.
Just Tom's turgid tip.
Oh, he's taking your thing down. Yeah, that's lovely. Have you got? I'm sure you got more, Tom. Or has that caught you up?
No, mate, that's kind of where I am at the moment. However, I have, there's a bit of a. There are a couple of projects that are on the field for once. I've sort of cleared a bit of space in my magazine. I've been getting into Conflict 47, so I've got some US stuff to paint. So Fireflies, jump infantry with electrostatic Thompson submachine guns. They're sick. And all of that goodness. And then I've bought tickets for a 3rd edition 40k event next year in March. So I know it's a little way off, so that it's kind of not on my painting desk immediately. But I am going to be taking Lost and the Damned, so Chaos Cultists.
I think you
Oh, really? A 3rd edition event? Well, that sounds so cool. Wish I could.
Yeah,
go.
well,
you should
it's-
bought tickets.
What's crazy is that what Nathan's alluding to is the fact that it sold out in a day. I think it was 24 to 30 tickets, I think, overall, and it just sold out in a day, which I think is great. It shows that there's a lot of love for what do you call it, for like kind of more retro 40k. I know that sort of ages me down by me saying retro, but
Everyone was thinking that you're about 48, to be fair, Tom. So
Yeah. People do.
mentally,
Yeah.
mentally,
Prob-
yes.
Probably I've
Realistically,
thrown
no.
some people for a wobbly. So
Yeah.
I'm between the ages of 3 and 48.
Could you place that sort of timeline-wise in terms of like...
And anyway, that reminds me. I also received a 3D printer from, I assume friend of the podcast, Luke, but I don't know if he actually listens to the podcast. I assume he's got other things to do.
He
does
doesn't
not.
listen
That's
to the
good.
podcast. However,
Yeah,
he's not a friend.
he's not a
He's
friend.
an enemy.
He's
He's an enemy.
He's an enemy.
Enemy of the podcast. Well, enemy of the podcast, Luke. I got
Enemy
hammered.
of the podcast.
He gave me he sent me a hand-me-down Saturn 3, so I was like, I'll have that.
and I had to have it in my car for 2 weeks, and I'm sure that about half my lung capacity is just
Nathan.
Oh,
valid
He
resin.
printed so many
River.
flashlights in his car, it's
He's-
crazy.
Nathan's lost so many weeks of his life now.
He's lost at least 2.
At least 2 weeks of his life.
If I cough hard enough, I'll probably chuck out some shoulder pads or something, you know.
Yes.
Doctors say inhaling resin is actually good for me.
I was about to say, Matt, I don't know why you're coughing so much, because you just need to,
Yeah.
just gotta wait for me to cup first.
Yeah, and just before we carry on, we do not advise that you 3D print any sort of devices onto any of your apertures, either with resin or with
3D print-
FDM printers.
3D print shit onto
Yeah, that's
Onto
right.
your car.
People who have lost a limb and are using brand new 3D printer technology
Okay.
to get a new hand get fucked.
No,
That's
okay.
what Lou says.
Okay,
That's
mate.
Lou's official statement on it.
Okay, even those people do not print directly on top of your onto your nubs because you will burn your skin.
Yeah, at least put a sock on it.
Yeah, maybe print it to the side and then put it on. Don't print directly onto your arm.
Great advice from Lewis.
There we go. See? All worked out. But yeah, that's all the hobby. And if you'd like to see some of that hobby, we do sometimes post that up on the Hexperts Battletech podcast Instagram, which is Hexperts_Battletech_podcast. I might remember,
Underscore.
and no more underscores. But yeah,
Underscore?
if you guys actually send me your stuff, I'll put it on the Instagram as well. At the moment, it's just for my stuff. It seems
No,
anyway.
Okay.
Yeah,
That ain't happening, gang.
you're not sending it.
No.
Oh, well, I tried.
I might actually I might send you the
S-
5-man rule.
Send me the monkeys. Yeah. So anyway,
That should be the name of the episode.
the monkey sode.
Send me the monkeys.
The monkeys.
To be fair, I think we could actually get we could get like 6 people in for the fucking monkey soda when we do 5-man
I would
trivia.
like-
I do not want to do that.
I would
episode.
like to see the monkeys.
That's-
We'd need one person to represent each Kindra. That's what we should
Yeah,
do.
I need to find out which one's left to paint that one up at some point. But yes, that is, like I said, the hobby there. But there is a bit more before we move across from hobby. Dom, do you have a hobby tip for us this week?
What other than don't print 3D prints directly onto your appendages, or as you said, apertures?
That's-
3D print onto your cock.
you can that can be the tip of the day. I'm quite happy for that to be something that people take away from the episode.
I think if we're going to stay on the sort of line of resin, to be honest, Lewis, you're probably the most sort of experienced when it comes to working with resin and 3D printers. Do you have any tips, or Tom actually as well? Do you have any tips for people that like to print their own stuff? Because we know how overpriced everything is right now. So I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are printing their miniatures.
Yeah, it's just quite a nice option if you want to do it. Just bear in mind that whatever you do, you probably get end up covered in resin. It's not good for your skin, and it's not good for your lungs either. So
Wear gloves.
My actual genuine advice is, just 100% wear gloves.
yeah, wear gloves, and don't print in your kitchen or your bedroom. Print it in the shed or like in a room that can be sealed off from the rest of your house.
Or like me printing a loft,
Yeah,
something like
Yeah.
that. It just.
And don't pour the resin down the sink.
yeah, definitely don't do
Oh,
that.
actually, I do actually have a recommendation,
Are you-
which is invest in something called water washable resin.
yeah, I've not had I've not had much exposure, but you've used it, haven't you?
You haven't had much exposure. I'm sure you have, Lewis. Water washable resin is amazing. Normally, resin has to be washed with alcohol.
Yep.
And
Huh?
it is shit, if I'm being honest. it's really, really, really wank. But if you use water washable resin, you can put water in your hypersonic cleaner, and it just makes the whole thing just so much more palatable, especially when I eat it.
Yep, true.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you can't get drunk out of the residue anymore, can you? Which is sad.
yeah, and then also it's less like to start any fires. But yeah, I think when I started, the water washable resins weren't particularly very good, and they had quite a few problems. But I assume now that they've moved along a little bit and they've got their detail back anyway. So I've not
They
heard,
are
yeah, not heard bad things about them. Yeah, they seem to sound a bit better, but I don't know. I might stick to my standard resins just because I don't mind getting covered in.
I
What
was
is it,
about to say,
98%
I
IPA?
was about to say, if you've got stuff that you like, just
Yeah.
keep with it. Would be my my recommendation. But personally, I think that water washable is
Yeah,
it's on it at the moment.
I think the other big thing is that you get a routine with like when you do get a printer, get a nice routine so you can keep everything clean, so you not end up just dripping resin everywhere. Because like it's very hard to get rid of it as soon as you've got your hobby area getting covered in resin. It's get a nice routine so you keep things clean and you don't end up smearing resin across your printer and on your floor and
face.
your face. Definitely not your face and your mouth. It hurts in your eyes as well. Don't get the resin in your eyes.
And also, it will stain. It will stay on stuff
Yep.
a lot longer than you think it will.
Yep.
Which is a really odd thing to say. However, I've had it before where I've taken gloves off, and then I've gone downstairs, and like when you touch your fingers together and they feel tacky.
Yeah.
And somehow I've managed to get a little bit of resin inside the glove, and you're like, "Fuck's sake!" And you literally just go and wash your hands immediately.
Yeah, but there's quite a few tips. We might have we could always have a 3D print episode at some point, just because it's obviously becoming a lot more prevalent, and there's quite a few tips that, if you know, it'd make a massive difference when you start off. But yes,
Yeah.
we might do that in the future. But yeah, that's all the hobby tips I think for us today. Let's move across to some news. Obviously, we went through a big bunch of the news last episode, but since then, some news for the UK, which is quite important, is that Catalyst Game Store now have changed their distribution method for their actual online store. So now it's probably about £30 postage rather than 120, which is it's not the best, but like it's definitely more achievable than it was, especially if you're doing a group order.
I can get stuff direct from the motherland,
Yeah,
which is China, for less money and quicker. What is going on?
I don't know, but
Catalyst, sort your shit out.
yes, but it's an improvement. There's supposed to be hubs which will supposed to be improved
Improve
even
this
more.
dick.
But yeah, obviously, if you don't want to do that, there are a bunch of other distributors.
No, please do improve this dick.
Yep, and there are a bunch of other retailers you can use. Fortress Miniatures and Games are quite good. Sci-Fi Trade I've just been on. They look like I've actually got an English version of the website running now, so that's great.
Why?
Well,
Why would they?
Why would they do
Sven,
this?
Sven, go back. Make it harder for people to think. I quite like using you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cease. I'm gonna have to cease using your store if you're gonna make it accessible. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
You say his name's Sven?
Yeah,
His name's Sven. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he? Some kind of Swede?
it's German. I think, isn't it?
He's from Schleswig-Holstein, so Danish.
Oh, well, there we go. That's something new. And then, obviously, if you do want to keep it within the UK, Leisure Games in Finchley do also have some stuff early because they use a different distributor to the UK one, as far as I'm aware. I don't know. I'm not the most up to date with how they get stuff, but that's how they do it, I think. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like Star Wars where they got fucking blockade runners going. Wah!
exactly.
We
But yeah,
got Qui-Gon Jinn slipping in to deliver some Battletech for us.
yeah,
Qui-Gon slipping.
slipping.
It's
But
quite
Past
on
the
slipping in.
blockade.
yeah,
We're back to Philip Schofield.
not back to back to a bit of news. Obviously, you weren't here last episode, Tom. You've obviously heard about the core boxes now and the new beginner box and rulebook.
Did you?
I can't remember if I read out your responses. I don't think I
was
did.
about to say, did you?
I don't think I did.
Did,
I
did
made
you tell? Did you tell the people what I thought?
Wasn't it just like
No,
meh? Okay,
didn't.
we got distracted. Oh, have you got an overall opinion of the stuff coming, Tom?
Yeah, it's cool. I just don't necessarily think that it's super beginner friendly.
That's an opinion I think a lot of people have had
I
recently.
said that too.
It's not. I'm not against it in any way, shape, or form. I think that the mechs are super cool, and as someone that's not super playing BattleTech at the moment, I think that It's that when they come out, it's definitely going to maybe entice me back. However, I am a bit reticent around, especially stuff like the Contio and all of that bullshit that's knocking around. Like,
So the Contio is going in the beginner box. Like it's quite. It's
no,
quite...
I mean, like they're not particularly beginner-friendly
Tom,
mechs.
your favourite mech's in that box as well? The Hammerhead?
It's more to do with the fact. It is more to do with the fact that they're cutting about the gaff with stuff like TSM
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in what we're effectively saying is a beginner box, which, like, you know,
I think
I know some people that are 30, 25 through and through and won't even touch 30-50 tech with a barge pole, let alone fucking TSM, Artemis 5. You know what I mean? I just think that it's a choice, and I don't necessarily think that it's.
I think it's I can respect the choice because I think they want people to move into the ill clan, and the way to do that is just to say we're in the ill clan. So you know, if that's your starting off point, it kind of gets you in there straight away rather than saying, oh yeah, this is the intro in 3025.
I can just see there's going to be a lot of backlash when people start seeing like what's going on. I think the mechs are a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think that it's.
I,
I think that it's definitely better.
yeah.
Like I think that I know a friend of the pod, Ian, Big Ian.
Yeah.
Obviously thinks that 3025 makes it really fucking boring because they
Yeah.
are. But I'm just thinking for new people. Like if my first experience was having to remember how to manage my heat for TSM.
Well, the thing is that there's not heat in that beginner box, so I don't know how they're going to
So how-
approach. I don't know. They're going
So how do you fucking do the
I
how
don't
do
know.
you do
I don't
TSM
know.
when you
We're going to find out when everyone else gets the box.
and then you've also got stuff like the Hollander has to you'd have to remember you're doing the Hollander's size. You have to do stability tests every time
Yeah.
you fire the heavy railgun.
Yeah, it's I think it's a choice.
I said in the, I think it was the Tuesday thing that they did, like the Tuesday news days.
Yeah.
They said that how it works is that the different mechs for all of the boxes, they'll have like a lower tech version, like even a more lower tech than exists at the moment version of it, and then as you play through the scenarios, you'll slowly build up.
Look, if
Like,
they start introducing new variants that are just like absolute shitters, I am only for that.
I think there will be like a version of the Hammerhead that's like standard armor or something like that.
You know what I mean? Because I think that's going to be a fun version of a Hammerhead,
Yeah.
where it's like it's just wank. And as someone that is through and through real fan of mercs, I think that that's what you need. You need bad stuff.
Like the Rakshasa, like that's.
I
It's like,
fucking. You know what? That is my favorite mech in that whole thing. I've run it multiple times.
yeah, so you're probably the only one who's actually ran that. I know I've avoided it until now.
It's a madcap for cheaper.
Yeah, but I think obviously having the model now, I think will definitely encourage a few more people. But yes, anyway, I think.
Sorry, I know that wasn't what we were asking, but
But yes, but it's more. What do you reckon, Tom? Do you reckon you might pick it up, or is this one?
100%.
Yeah, I think.
I've even picked up I haven't even started painting them, but I've picked up the Cretan lances.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mainly just because I want to, like, I might not be super into Catalyst at the moment, but I do like BattleTech, and I think you've got to tell Catalyst hey, I do actually quite like what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. You've got to put your money where your mouth is and say, I don't like this, so I
Yeah,
won't
because
buy
we're
it. But I
asking,
like this, so I'll buy it.
like, you know what I mean? We've been asking for new stuff from Catalyst for ages,
Yep.
and you know
If they bring it
they've
out,
delivered.
you've been asking for it. You got to buy it. We don't have to, but it obviously it's
You know what I mean? For me, it's kind of we've been asking for all this new stuff, and then Catalyst have actually gone. You know what? Here's a bunch of stuff. I think you've got to like at that point, you've just got to say, yeah.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's what I was asking for.
well, I think that's pretty much us caught up on I suppose news. I don't think there's anything else more really. We've kind of covered a big bunch of it for last episode because obviously that there was Adepticon, so there's not been a massive amount since then. We do have some events. Obviously, as we talked about, usually I think the next big event that we know of. I'm looking at Mike from the Tales from the Peripheries event page, so thank you, Mike, for putting that together. So it means I don't have to go through Facebook scouring things or with Discord. The first event that's on the page is UK Games Expo on the 29th to the 31st. Oh, so the 29th of May to the 31st of May. That's at the NEC.
I will be there.
You'll be there. I think there's a bunch of events in the game hall, and I think they've now got a booth of some sort. I'm struggling to keep track of what's going on, but it sounds like there's a bunch of fun stuff going on. There's a bunch of fun prizes, and a bunch of the guys there are real fun to play with, and it should be a fun time, even if you're just popping your head in.
That Nathan guy's an absolute twat, though.
Which Nathan?
Yeah.
Ah, Nathan, or the other, or Nate?
Me.
Nathan, big
Big
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan, he's not so good. Nate's
What a
okay
twat.
though. Yeah, Nate's okay
Yeah,
though.
Nate's a lovely guy. I'd never say anything nasty about Nate.
Yeah, super. So yeah, that one is fun to get to if you can do. I'm just gonna quickly go through them because there's not that many. On the 7th of June, in Market Weighton Scout Hut, in Market Weighton. Oh, there is it's Dominion of Numeric Alpha Strike narrative event. It's a Yorkshire Renegades event. Narrative, friendly play. They encourage people to at least know how to play the game, and you can get tickets somewhere on Ticketmaster. But check Mike's page for that because I'm not going to put the link up. After that, June 27th at Dark Sphere in London, there is a Alpha Strike game, a free game, Alpha Strike Day, free games, 500 PV, Dark Age, £10, and there's a player pack for that as well if you're interested in that. Next one we're interested in, it's because we want to go and see John, is the Lincoln Battletech Open. That was one of your stomping grounds, wasn't it, Tom?
I've been known to be around there, yes.
Yes. So that's August
What's
1st. August 1st, sorry. It's Imps Gaming.
Oh, that's a lovely venue, actually.
Yeah,
Imps
they've
is
got.
lovely.
I think it's a Battletech Open event. So if you know about the Battletech Open, it is a kind of.
And if you don't, we have an episode on it.
Oh, we do. But just a quick one. It's just you kind of get a pre-chosen list of single mechs or double mechs you choose for certain rounds, and you just play some games and try and be the best Battletech fella. Talking of Open, the next event is on the 28th of August to the 30th of August. Is the European Battletech Championship. So that's the European Open Championships, which is at Hicks Hall in Leeds. If you want, that's the European Open. So if you win that one, you become the best in Europe of all Battletech Opens. So Nathan, we've got to send you up there to become the best European Open player.
When did you say it was?
28th to the 30th of August.
Ooh, can't do that. I'm away. Tom, you'll have to go.
Tom, you have to go and become the best of Battletech Open.
You might actually get to an Open.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Shots fired.
My health notwithstanding, I will attempt.
Yeah.
We need a man on the ground. I'll be able to cover any if there is any Gamescom nonsense with Battletech. I'll be able to give you the inside scoop.
Oh, you're a Gamescom.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cool. And then lastly,
Gamescom.
lastly, On September the 6th, there's a Hereward War Games show in Peterborough, which is a friendly show. Bunch of participation games. Just sounds like a fun time. But yeah, that's all the events. Thank you, Mike, for letting me steal all the events off your page and not having to do any work.
Thanks,
I
Mike.
should really link that Mike's page so people can find that. But I'm sure they already listen to Mike anyway. If they listen to us,
They should do.
they should do. They have a proper podcast to listen to. But yes, that is that. Should we go for a quick break then, and then we'll move on to the main segment?
Sure.
We don't have a choice. We're doing that. All right, catch you guys on the flip side. And we're back from the break. And let's have a look through some of these questions. I've had a look through. I think they're mostly just on the Discord, so we're going to start there. Actually, I think they're all on there, so we'll go with that.
Okay.
So first question. I'm sure we've talked about this before, but it wouldn't make sense with the times if we had. But if we have, I'm sorry. But the first question we got is from Texan Rich, and he asks, "Do we play with SPAs for special pilot abilities? If so, why or why not?"
Yes.
You do.
Yes,
Why
I
though?
do. Why do I? Because they're quite cool, and we've played with them a lot in relation to what do you call
Merc,
it?
isn't it?
Mercs. We've played them a lot in Mercs.
Cool. I don't think I didn't actually have many on my characters in Mercs, so I don't really play with them before Mercs, to be honest. Nathan, do you use special pilot abilities?
Mercs. Well, Mercs is the first time it actually got introduced, but I'd love to use them more widely in like just normal games because the fact that it's like every single game, say 2v2 mechs, it's just two nameless chuds in each team. Well, you don't care about them; they haven't got anything special about them. That's why you always upgrade gunnery because gunnery actually affects your mech.
This is so true. Not everyone can be Morlon.
Yeah, no one could be more long.
Exactly. So, if you get more special pilot abilities, or like set like you can have 4 pilot abilities throughout your crew, then it'll be like, okay, you got a bit more tactical thinking and you can take advantage of a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I think Dom, I'm sure you don't use special pilot abilities, so I didn't ask, but
I'm using one right now.
okay, I'm sorry.
I just did a handbrake turn in my mech.
That's good.
Dom's special pilot ability is not giving a shit.
Not giving a shit. Well,
I pressed a
No,
NOS
he's-
button in my mech and it went super fast.
His special pilot ability is having to take a consciousness check every time he records.
It's okay though this week. He's got his Dr. Pepper. But yes, so yeah, they are pretty cool. I think you don't see them a lot, especially in any kind of competitive places, because they're not very well balanced. Because they don't really have I think a point system allocated to them that's like super easy to kind of use. However, I think in the newest iteration of Mercs, and I know in the Aces box they've gone with kind of like the edge token method of using the special pilot abilities, which I think is what's coming in the core box, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where they're going with them. So that previously, I think obviously your special pilot abilities, people just use them every time they could do. And some were a lot better than others. Some were a bit like redundant or pointless. Like, you're really good at fighting in the desert. It's like, that's great. We're fighting on an ice planet. It's redundant. But stuff like jumping jack, that was
Not necessarily, because I mean, isn't it that the Antarctic is the biggest desert in the world?
you could make that argument, I suppose.
Actually,
Yeah, we could make that.
It is that is actually very true. The Antarctic is the biggest desert in the world.
Yeah, but anyway, all I was going to say is I
The
think
biggest dessert I had was a big chocolate cake.
I thought you had some chocolate cookies a minute ago. Anyway,
Shut up! Don't tell them.
don't tell them my secret. But yeah, I think they're looking to change up the way the special pilot abilities work for Classic and Alpha Strike, from what I've seen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, sorry. You've activated me like a fucking sleeper cell agent. Yes, in Draconis Reach,
Yep.
they are changing how SPAs work.
Yeah, I think
really?
they work in the way the style that Aces kind of has implemented it, or something along those lines, or is it completely different?
Yeah.
You think so? maybe.
I think so.
So the way it's done in Aces is that you've got your special pilot abilities, but you end up with edge tokens, and you can use or edge points or coins or whatever. But you can use these edge points to activate your special pilot ability, or you can use them
Oh,
to
yeah,
affect
no.
rolls, so you can get re-rolls or etc. with them. So it's a currency you can kind of choose to when to spend.
Yes, that's how it works. You have to edge.
Yeah, and some pilot abilities are worth more than others. So some will take like 5 special pilot points to use, whereas like the some of the cheaper ones will only be used once. So some of them you might only use once, but it could be pivotal. Whereas other ones you might use multiple times throughout the game. And also you might say, actually, I don't want to use any of these abilities. I want to save them up and use them to re-roll certain rolls against your mech, because you can. I know in Aces you could re-roll crits and stuff like that against you, and you might be able to change some of the dice. So it was a cool little.
Guys,
Yeah,
just remember, sometimes you have to edge.
you do have to edge. They do have some good choices of of terminology in a lot of the Battletech game modes. But yeah, so we don't use them. I know I don't use them a huge amount, but I think they are being tweaked to get them so they are used more and a bit more balanced as well. So I think that's it pretty much on SPAs. I think lastly on the end of Rich's question, he asked, were you surprised the Word of Blight didn't resurrect and unleash the AI on the inner sphere? Because I suppose they did have AI and ships in
I'm
orbit.
so surprised about that.
Yeah, I suppose you would not be super surprised, though. Yeah, I suppose it's surprising they didn't do that. I don't know how clued up they actually are. The Word of Blake. I don't think they're actually privy to all that kind of stuff or know how it works.
Do you think they had Grok rocking around in like a Warhammer?
They
Yeah.
got like the equivalent kind of AIs, I suppose, but they
Have you
were
played,
just tanks.
all I'll
HBS.
say is, if you want to know more about Word of Blake and AI, go listen to our Necromo Nightmare
Yeah,
episode where we talk about Word of Blake AI.
yeah. And you probably come across it, Nathan, in HBS. One of the missions involves spoilers, an AI, and obviously you have to kind of interact with that. So they're quite powerful and they can control multiple drones, and they're relatively sentient as well. So
Okay, I haven't got to that yet. So
yeah,
it's,
if you have played it at HBS, you can kind of see the level of kind of sentience the AIs are on. It's quite quite surprising, which is, I suppose, is why Rich is saying, why I wonder why they didn't kind of make a bunch of these and just let them loose. But probably
The answer is the Word of Blake were out of their depth.
Yeah.
I think people massively overplay how good the Word of Blake was.
Yeah.
Like the Mani Domini were cool, but
I
they were like-
mean, yeah, sure,
like-
they like had enough force to take over the entire galaxy, but they were just 2 guys in a shed, guys. Come on.
no, I'm just saying that they succeeded in a lot of their plans because of how
surprise.
how
it's
they
like- Yeah.
No, how they did stuff like they did a lot of hit and run stuff, and a lot of their stuff was built on surprise. Had that not happened, I don't think they would have done as well as they did. And this is coming from a person that loves the Word of Blake.
That I think's fair. But yeah, that's it from Rich so far. Let's scroll on down. So the next question is from House, who's now actually officially changed his name to Fire Mandrill, and this question also is now talking about Fire Mandrills. Clan Fire Mandrill, monkey time. That's all that was said. So,
Big up.
yeah, so I think obviously I think House is now in on the monkey theme. So I think I don't know if I'm the only one of us, obviously not including. I suppose Dom is also does not doing this, but we've not got a Fire Mandrill force in the planning yet. I think
Lewis, what do you mean planning? Mine's been executed.
yours has been done. I think Nathan, you've got one, haven't you? Or you thought about one?
No?
I thought you got one. Oh, Billy's got one. Who else has got one?
Yeah, Billy's got some.
Ian's got one, hasn't he? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get one at some point.
I'm just saying, you're letting the Kindred down.
I am. Following that, Fire Mandrill, aka House, has now asked what happened on the promo. Obviously, we've talked about that on the previous episode. Nothing happened there.
Shit was fucked.
Yeah,
Is
it's
the
bad.
If it
actual
ever
bad.
happens on the Grummer.
It was bad. UAE John is our next question. He's asking, is TSM good? If so, why don't we see it more? Good question. I don't think it's only good. I don't really. It's not bad, is it? It's
The answer is TSM's great. The reason we don't see it more is
Spenny.
because it's spenny, and also fuck the upkeep. I'll be honest. Like, if I
Also,
have the choice,
it keeps setting on fire randomly whenever I use it.
that's because
Yeah,
because you're a compellinist of it.
yeah, just people keep unleashing this gas on me, and I just keep setting on fire. I don't really know what happens. No, I think genuinely, like, if I have the option between a TSM mech and a non-TSM variant, I'm gonna take the non-TSM variant because I can't be fucked.
There are some real nasty TSM mechs. I think I know I mentioned. Obviously, there's that no Dachi that Glenn likes. That's with the mace that does 40 damage with its mace. I think it was currently how it works. But yeah, you don't want to. If you don't
You
have
don't want that
friends,
smoke.
yeah, don't do that. But there are some cool TSM mechs. I think it's just
I
that
quite like TSM.
I think you just don't see it as huge amount just because it's a newer tech and like I think people just I don't know when it actually came in. You guys probably do. But yeah, you probably.
Well, it was
3028.
fourth succession war.
Oh, so it's actually it's been out for quite a while. We just don't see it very often.
No,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
I would love to see one day Jade Falcons, claws on the hand, triple strength Mima, partial wing. That's all I want in my life.
yeah, the rules are changing as well around like stuff like claws. So claws and punches is going to be probably more viable now as well. Now the PSR is now -1 going forward from what we hear, and kicks now -1. So you're going to see 3 more punches going on, especially if the punches have got TSM and claws. But yes, so I think we all like TSM. I don't think I've ever really played with it, just because, like you said, it's just having to get your head around looking after that, keeping it at that 9 heat, isn't it?
yeah, just if you can do it, you absolutely
Yeah, I think it's the kind of
having a
it's the kind of tech you want to bring to a game that probably isn't like on a Friday, like a Thursday evening game. Maybe it might be like a Saturday kind of
Oh.
event day kind of game.
It's not even that hard.
It is for my
Just go-
it's my smooth
know-
brain.
If you're at 9 heat, you get benefits. That's literally all you need to remember.
Give me the benefits.
yeah, but it's keeping it's
Yeah.
not no. It's not the remembering that's the problem. It's the keeping it at 9 heat.
Just shut your heat sinks off. Simple.
Looks into the camera.
Yes, that is we like TSM, but
Yeah, TSM's sick.
it's cool. We'll probably see more of it now, especially it's in the core box and it's in the beginner box now. So like it's
I was about to say, yeah, seeing as we're going to be forced to use it.
not forced, but like it's now kind of like front and center. So
Yeah, come on. You haven't got Hans Davian holding a pistol to your head. You're like, use it.
Do you not?
No.
Dom, do you have an opinion on triple strength Mima?
Yes.
Go on then.
I would like to keep it to myself. I'm a good podcaster.
Okay, thanks for that, Dom.
I've got an opinion. I just don't want to tell you
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
a secret. He'll tell us next time. So you got to listen in next week or next time we record. But yes, so that is the answer to that. Next one is from House, aka Firemandrill. Who is the most clanner of the Hexperts? I've already answered this. It's pretty much Nathan. I'm pretty sure
It's me.
it's Nathan. Tom, would you
It's
agree?
not Tom.
It's not Tom.
It's gotta be me.
It's Nathan.
It's Nathan, yeah.
It's Nathan.
Yeah.
Dom, it's not you because it's just not you, mate. I'm afraid.
I think that I am probably describable as Desgara. So
Yeah. So
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
you're the most Comstar word of Blakeish kind of of us, Tom.
I am actually the most. Well, to be fair, it is a point of personal pride that I am Comstar coded.
Exactly. I don't know what me and Dom are, but we are. We're not that. We're not the clan.
This guy, I don't really.
No, do not. uh, whatever
I
you're gonna
just-
say is gonna. I'm gonna have to
I-
cut
We
out.
are kissing.
No, I had to self-censor that because I was like,
Is
that's
that
really.
bad?
I was like, it's gonna be funny, but also just not the time.
Okay, we'll skip along from that then.
Expert fans, write in with what you think Tom
I was
is
gonna
going to
say. After that, House has asked, do we use any battle armor? What are your thoughts? Yeah,
Only when I'm like out in the street.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
answer is
Well-
yes all the time.
I don't really
We are
use
near-
battle armor very often.
We are near Birmingham, so we do need it if
Yeah.
we want to go out.
We're
Do
like
you-
chefing people up.
Yeah. Do you use battle armor when you play games, Nathan?
I haven't got any battle armor.
What? Oh, I suppose then you definitely won't be using it then.
Yeah, I will be using it in the future, perhaps.
I don't think I've used it very often. I don't think I use battle armor very often. I want to get the inner sphere battle armor because I think they're cool, but I don't use the standard battle armor very often. I think I've been using not special pilot, what are they called, the Mercs system of using battle armor. You know, the little
SPOs.
SPAs.
SPOs.
Yeah, I think I've been using those in battle
BSPs,
armor.
sorry. BSPs, no
BSP,
SPOs.
there we go. Oh yeah, BSPs. So I think I've been using those more than the standard way to play battle armor. I think
I have used official battle armor. However, I used some Word of Blake one.
Yeah.
I use
Oh,
Purifier.
no.
I use Purifier Adaptive, which is the coolest battle armor ever.
is a choice.
What does the adaptive mean?
Purifier Adaptive has mimetic camo, which means that if you stand still, you get a +3 TMM.
Ooh.
And don't you get +1 for being battle armor anyway?
Yeah, so you're small. You're a small target, so you get +1 base, +3 for standing still, and then usually you drop them in the heavy woods.
Yeah.
So you're at +6 TMM. And it's because it's Comstar. You have 6 models on your base, and they have light PPCs.
Oh.
So it's like 30 damage, just cutting about the gaff.
Yeah, if you try and if you want to go and engage them in combat, they're going to jump on you and start causing hassle.
Yeah, they're a little bit spenny, but I've used them. I basically just had them dropped off from a light mech, and they've just held down a flank.
Yeah.
Because,
So-
like, realistically, even if, like,
What can you do against them?
well, you can go and like you can kick them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. They're not impossible to deal with. They're not like a ultimate. They're not an ultimate like can't do anything with it, but they are. It is difficult to do much about it.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like that's how you what you do if you want to lose your friends when there's mimetic battle armor.
Yeah, Purifier Adaptive, run them all the time.
Yeah, but like I said, I've been using the Battlefield support points battle armor. I quite enjoyed them. I know there have been some complaints, obviously, about using them in the Merc system just because they have to go first. So it's hard to chase down a mech because he has to literally stand somewhere where the battle armor can get to them to kind of. So like you kind of have, if you let them get that close, it's your fault because you've had to like you have to stand still and then let them move onto you and then not move the turn for them to jump on you. So like it's yeah, that
I kind of I don't necessarily think that's.
I do because you're very it's you're very unlikely to stand still unless there's a problem. I think with the new rules, from what I've seen about what's supposed to be coming is I think the Battlefield support stuff now moves at the same in the same kind of movement system as your mechs. From what I've seen,
Yeah, I
so
don't
think
necessarily.
that'll fix that anyway.
I don't necessarily hate it. I almost think that it might actually be worth flipping it around so BSPs go afterwards.
Yeah, but I think having them just go with the rest of the stuff now means at least they're kind of
Yeah.
they're more integrated, and obviously there's some tactics with them. Whereas before it was funny because it's like, well, the battle armor can't catch you unless you literally you have to watch them move next to you and then decide not to move away from them. So it's the which unless you're in trouble, you're not going to do really. Or yeah, I know it can force people to come out of cover, but obviously it gives them it makes them a bit more versatile, a bit more useful if that's what they're going to be doing going forward with them.
Yeah.
Cool. So battle armor's cool. And I'd like to use more of them, and I'm hoping to get some of the new Innisphere battle armor when it comes back out again in the UK. Hopefully it's not so blobby as well. Because they didn't have the best sculpts, I think, on the latest battle armors, did they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being blobby, okay?
Nothing wrong. What were you saying, sorry, Dom?
Mr. Blobby was my father's name.
Okay, well, that is something to bear in mind. Didn't realise that. But yes, and House also asked, what's the hardest part of the base rules, or something you guys you forget or have difficulty working out? I think so it can be stuff like the line of sight, like near cover and not near cover, etc. I can never remember what rules what, but that's changing again now with the rules again now. So I can never remember what's going on. But I think apparently in the new book there's some really nice diagrams that spell it out very, very clearly. Whereas I think previously they probably did explain it well, but I think now they explain it even better going forward. I don't know if you guys have got similar rules you struggled with, or
I think. Sorry, 2 seconds. What was the actual?
the question, the word actually
In the
is,
base rules.
what's the hardest part of the base rules that you guys forget or have difficulty working out?
Infantry.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
Yeah.
Just like if we're talking about base rules, that we're talking about Total Warfare, and if I'm being honest, most of the stuff in Total Warfare is a pain to work out, which is why BSPs exist.
Yeah.
Because the stuff in Total Warfare is such a bitch to actually get right. So I would say most of the stuff, for example, I'll just pick something out of the air. Skidding a hovercraft. How'd you do it?
No idea. No idea.
Exactly. Well, you can do it. I know that there are rules for skidding a hovercraft for turning after X amount of hexes moved, but I just stuff like that is in the base rules, but just is stuff that you're just not necessarily gonna spend loads of time dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
No, I think that's why simplifying some of that stuff I think does help, because people then aren't avoiding using hovercraft because they don't need to learn all these extra rules.
Well, as I haven't used hovercraft yet, I agree that is a very difficult thing to remember, but obviously I haven't used them. What I find difficult to remember is what exactly causes you to have to take a PSR for leg damage,
Oh my
or
God.
when you have to.
Oh my God, that is to be fair, actually, Nathan, that's probably
Because it's like
real.
you come across them all the time. It's like, oh, a shot part of your leg. Do you have to take a PSR? I don't know.
No.
Let's check. No, but if I shoot you in a gyro, you do have to take it. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna jump up. You actually have to take a PSR now because you got damage to leg and you're trying to jump, and it's just.
Yeah, and I think that's changing again when the rules coming up, but they're supposed to be changing to make them more streamlined. So hopefully,
But it's not that it's overly complicated. It's more just that you can confuse it.
I think probably what the long and short of this is despite us having, I would say we have a relatively large amount of hours playing Battletech in general.
Yeah.
yeah.
Some of the, not compared to some people, but
For
I would say
for our age, I think we probably do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, against the normal, how much you'd expect someone to be playing games, we do actually play Battletech quite a bit. I haven't recently, but sort of more, more historically. But, some of the rules are just what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? That's what I say.
Well,
I'm playing Battletech.
Well, Dom, talking about what are you doing? What's the rule that you find hardest? At the base rules, or you forget?
Genuinely, the rule that I forget the most, which is probably, it shows that I'm pretty new to the whole the whole game is how you work out where you're falling.
Well done.
You know, like how you like figure out the direction.
Well done. There's a
I feel
chart.
like it should just be a dice
there's-
that tells you like
There's a chart for that,
which
Dom.
way you're going.
But also,
But there should
Dom.
just be a dice that has a pointer.
But
on it and
also,
tell you.
Dom. I have some good news for you that they've now taken out that from the core rulebook.
What do you mean they've taken that
You
out?
just
What do you
fall-
mean they've taken it
You
out?
just fall the direction that you're in. So if you just fall where
That's
you,
bullshit.
it's what happens.
That's it, I'm quitting the podcast.
No. Yeah.
That's actual like dog shit.
So, yeah,
that is,
the-
if that's actually
yeah, you
real.
d- you
If you're not Joshua me.
You don't fall. You just
No, Lucy's not joshing you. It is.
you do fall, but you just fall as you're standing. You just fall like you just fall. You know, like a guy dying. Like you just ragdoll and fall on the ground. Like you don't fall in a certain direction. You just fall down.
So if I'm walking forwards
Yep.
and then I get hit with such enough force that it causes me to go off balance from the front,
Yep.
I then fall onto my front.
Yep.
Instead of falling onto my back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or onto. That's so dumb.
I think it's just some streamlining they wanted
I
to
don't think
do.
it is.
There's some. I remember they were talking about it recently on one of the podcasts that it means that there's some. It can benefit you if you're trying to take down a mech. Obviously, if you got into the rear arc, knock them over, and it can be annoying if they turn around and fall over, and then you can't hit the back of the mech anymore. But that's kind of niche that you kind of probably doing that. But like it's But so yeah, it's a pain, Dom. But don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about it for much longer because it's going away. But
Thank God.
I know you were stressing about that. Sorry, Nathan, for ruining your day there. Letting you know about that.
You actually have now.
It might be something you can play as a optional rule now, but I think a core rule it's now gone.
Yeah, it's gone as a core.
Cool. And Tex and Rich has the next question for us, which is who are your favourite characters in the lore?
Probably Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
He is the
Yeah,
law.
Yeah, Judge Dredd is the lore. I think the Bounty Hunter's pretty cool.
Which one?
The one of them because he's just a moniker.
that bounty hunter.
Yeah, Theodore Creator's pretty
Look-
cool. Who else is cool? There's a bunch of cool people. Mia from MechWarrior 5, she's pretty cool.
She's very cool. Gets even cooler later.
When she gets tattoos.
Those tattoos are pretty cool.
They're pretty cool. Any? Oh, so we'll go to Tom. Tom, have you got any?
Any advances?
Anastasia's Fox, he's pretty cool.
I do like Miss Fox. I
Yes.
think she's quite interesting.
Miss Fox.
Miss.
Sorry, no, not. I wasn't talking about Fox.
Wow.
I was talking about.
You're really
yeah.
misgendering the Captain General of the Comstar.
What's her
Not
name?
Natasha Krensky.
No, the
Anastasia
one that.
Krensky.
No, the one that Fox shoots.
Oh, the previous leader of Comstar.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's not as cool.
Is it Kimberly Waters? Is it Waters?
I can't remember.
No,
She's not as cool as Fox.
Yeah. I think it is Waters.
Well,
it is.
whoever she is, Tom thinks she's pretty cool. Doesn't remember her name though.
Well, I don't. I think she's a nerd.
Yeah.
Mainly because her entire like
Waterloo.
warrior
I like Mindo
Mando-
Waterloo.
her entire dialogue in the Warrior trilogy is Comstar should have complete neutrality, but these guys are attacking the Draconis Combine, so we should beat them up. That's a
Yeah.
that's every single line she has.
Yes,
And then for some reason in Battletech around that time, everyone just always dies of a heart attack from like the most inconsequential shit.
Oh, I can assure you, Mindo
Oh my God,
Waterloo
my
did
heart
not.
hurts so much tonight.
I
No,
can
no,
assure you
it's
that
like-
Mindo
it's like-
Waterloo did not die of a
okay,
heart attack.
So first off, you got the Comstar guy that she like somehow scares into having a heart attack by going, "Ooh, getting married, ooh," and then like, and then dies.
The worst
Then you
part,
got-
the worst
then
part
you
is
got-
this isn't necessarily a particularly bad description of what happened.
And then Max, and then like at the end of that trilogy, Max Liao he gets a video message. He gets like an Instagram reel sent to him, and then he has a heart attack on his throne because he watched it. And then
also, not only do we have that, we have Hans Davian.
Hans Davian also getting a TikTok suggested to him, being like, "Ha ha, my parents are dead." Like he learned that his main enemies are dead, and he has a heart attack. So, what is actually the point of that? Anyway, yeah. Next question.
So Nathan, do you have any of your favourite characters?
I like Hans Davian. He's a fun guy.
Okay, and Dom, do you have any favourite characters?
I've actually got a few favourite characters.
Go on then, Dom. I'm ready.
So, do you want anyone from any particular era, or
Just whatever way you feel like listing.
Just freeball it.
Freeball it.
Okay, so I think because we spent a lot of time on with is it called Wolves on the Border? I think it's called.
Yeah.
I like Jamie Wolf. I like Jamie Wolf.
He's pretty.
Oh, I thought he was going to say Minobu Sahara, to be honest.
No. I like the Black Widow as well. Kerensky.
That's
Natasha
pretty
Kerensky.
cool. I always think Jamie Wolf's kind of like Captain Kirk kind of guy. Well, I think that's just.
Tom,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question really quickly?
Of course you can.
Where are you getting these names from?
What, Natasha Kerensky?
No, Tom. You can be truthful with Big Papa Tom. Where are you getting these names from?
I don't like Tom just referred to
which
himself as Big
names?
Papa Tom.
Which names?
I think the less that we engage with that looks the better. I don't believe that you just off the cuff had these names knocking around in your box.
I'm being serious. I've done 31 episodes
Tom
of
has
the
done quite a lot
Battletech podcast. I do actually remember some things. I think because the reason I like Jamie Wolf is because there's an anime called Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and I always imagine Jamie Wolf to be similar to like one of the main guys from that. He's like a blonde-haired sort of militaristic type guy.
We should do a podcast quiz where we quiz where like we have to try and answer questions about what's happened in the previous episodes.
I could do quite good at that.
Dom, I got to apologise, mate. I genuinely thought that you were gaffing, and I was gonna start ribbing you, but
Tom, he's done more episodes than you.
It's true.
I think that actually true.
It's true. But yes, so Dom, you like Jamie Wolf, you like Natasha Kerensky.
I don't really know many others. I know Minobu Tetsuhara, obviously.
Minobu Tetsuhara. We like him.
I can't think of anyone else.
Those are fair, especially for you. Like...
Oh, I know who I like.
I know
who I like. I like the one box that's always in a local gaming school, the Snord.
The Snord.
Yeah.
I assume there's a man called Snord.
Yeah, there is.
There's also a man called Sneed.
No way.
There is actually a man called Sneed.
Sneed's feeding seed, formerly Chuck's.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so those are our favourite guys anyway. Maybe that will change now. We're going to go to the Ill Clan and it'll be Alec Ward.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I just didn't think that you
gotta trust people. You gotta trust people, Tom.
I just didn't think that you were like lost in the sauce like that.
He's lost.
I don't think I can remember.
He's lost in the sauce. He's got a big brain. Anyway, let's move on to another question.
I regularly do like a Memento style moment when I look into the mirror and realise the tattooed names of all of the characters from Battletech all over my body, and I go, "Who are these people?" And then I work backwards and figure out who Natasha Kerensky is.
Exactly, Dom. That's exactly what happened.
That's insane.
Anyway, so let's move on to our next question from Texan Rich. He was asking, what is our favourite electronic warfare equipment from the game? And examples are ECM, C3, TAG, even the Jade Falcon's 90s enhanced imaging tattoos. Ooh.
I don't know why you're saying even. Because like that's cool.
That's literally part of his question. I think he's just saying.
I'm not.
I think.
I don't know why we're evening that because they're the best.
They are very cool. I think he's just saying like, not just what the mechs have. Like you could go, oh, I really like the idea of like the Helm memory core being a massive USB key. Like that's my favorite thing.
It is.
I like the Hell Memory Core having an absolutely gigantic, uncontrollable 44 megabytes of data on it.
Is that your choice?
Yeah.
Is that your choice, Nathan?
No,
No. Okay. Do you want me to go with my choice first?
go on.
No.
Okay. Dom, do you want to go for your first choice first?
I don't know many of these. I guess I'll just say the one that I know, which is like the targeting computers.
Yeah, they're pretty
Like, that'll
cool.
let you have a reroll when you shoot your guns. That's
Well,
nice.
they basically give you a -1 to your hitting, but also they let you target limbs of mechs, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those, but we're not allowed to use them because Lewis said no.
No, I didn't say no. I just said that some mechs having that and
Lewis
pulse
said they're not
lasers
fun and it's boring.
and being a clan pilot was a bit egregious.
Lewis said I'm not allowed to have fun anymore.
I'm pretty sure Lou said that we're not allowed to have fun.
No, I didn't say that. I just said it might be nice.
Luce did say fun is not allowed. I do remember
I'm
this.
always just saying, just it's not fun if you're just hitting on twos on 2 dice.
Lewis's nickname is Fascist Lewis.
That's in my it's on my like it's tattooed on me, Fascist Lewis apparently. But anyway,
Yeah, it's next to a really weird buddy symbol of peace.
exactly. Anyway,
That's a weird one.
so
Never stays with another.
so that's staying. But so yeah, so the Dom's favorite is targeting computer. Nathan, do you have a favorite electronic warfare piece of equipment?
I don't know. I like the. I think I like the Narc because it never gets used in small classic games at all.
No,
Is it the Narc or the Tag, the one that helps artillery, but no one ever uses artillery?
both. Both tag helps.
No, knock and tug.
They both
Yeah.
help. To be fair.
You know what? The Beagle Active Probe. I like the Beagle Active Probe because it's got a funny name, and I can just imagine you launch a dog at the mech. Okay, there you go. You're happy.
I am a big fan of BAPs.
He loves BAPs. Tom, do you have a
Get your baps out.
preference on electronic unit or electronic warfare equipment?
What alien equipment? I do actually. I'm a C3 lover.
Yeah, C3 is pretty fun. I think it's
He's a C3
it's changed around again now, wasn't it? So now you have to have line of sight to the mechs. But yeah, it's pretty cool C3, and hopefully I think that they're changing the way you have to pay for C3 on mechs as well with points, etc.
Hopefully, I can only hope.
It should be fun to see it more often. I think it's a cool idea. But yes, very fun. I'm sure everyone knows how C3 works now. We shouldn't have to
If
go.
you don't, sucks to suck.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it in the future. It's too complicated to talk about now. But I'm actually going to talk about the Narc Beacon because I think the Narc Beacon is cool as heck because you just shoot it at a mech and it sticks to it and it's got a little beeping thing and it runs around. Missiles being attracted to it. It's very funny. I think they're cool and I like using them. I don't use them too much, I think, in Classic, but I do like to use them in Alpha Strike because it's quite easy to use and they're funny to imagine a mech covered in little beacons. But yeah, that's electronic warfare covered our favourite ones. Although I do like the Jade Falcon 90s tattoos. Always difficult. Let's keep scrolling for the questions. We got big question. Actually, one from me. Real question. Mia from Mech Warrior 5 Clans. Before or after tattoo? Obviously for me, after tattoo is the coolest.
I have to go after tattoo as well.
Yeah. Tom, do you have a preference?
I'm a key before.
Okay, before. Dom, are you looking or can you remember?
What?
Okay, leave it there. Just leave it there. It's funny, just like that.
Oh.
Oh.
What? What?
Huh?
What? Ba ba ba. Look at me.
My name's Dom.
Ba ba ba.
Okay, let's move
I'm
on
a twat.
to another question. We got one from Texan Rich. He's asked if you get one Lance pack for your House and Work unit, what would it be? He's keen for the Crescent Hawks, which would be pretty cool. I think it's just an example. He said he'd like a Repose Commando, Valkyrie variant, Repose Chameleon, and for the new mech, the one and only, the classic, the undeniable Phoenix Hawk Lamb. Nathan, calm down. In air mode as well. Yeah, in and air. So he's going to have your extra minis would be the Lamb in different modes. That's pretty cool.
I'd say give me a Shrike, give me a Jupiter.
I also enjoy throwing
butcher bird.
money away
Yeah. So Nathan,
And
I think Nathan,
what's
Nathan, you're giving us
silver?
you're giving us a Jade Falcon star.
Yeah, yeah. We just need more Jade Falcon mechs out there. I like the guy where he's got like one arm just as a rail. No, a Hag 40, I think it is.
Yeah, pretty
His
cool.
arms is just a Hag 40.
You got
Yeah,
you got to.
like that
I
guy.
assume you're going to have a Shrike, a Jade Hawk, some of the new.
Mhm. Give us a different Takina and a Gear Falcon. There you go.
Yeah,
Nah.
I think we need to probably get a Merrick or a Capellan pack soon. I think. I think probably Merrick would be easy. She'd have some sort of Orion. I'd like to have one of the Orion variants who's got the missile launchers in the arms. I think we've got a lot of the awesomes, but the missile launcher awesome would be nice to have in plastic.
I still need to build mine.
Mine's built but not painted. It's sitting there ready to get primed. Trying to think what else. What the fun Merit Max are there? What's some light Merit Max? Probably need something funny like I don't know. Yeah, but I think a Merrick pack would be next. What I think would be nice to have because I like some of their clunky kind of bricky mechs. Tom, do you have a Lance pack you think would be nice to have next? House or Merc unit or obviously Clan or Comstar?
Well, the thing is though, like the one that I would say needs to come out, which is all the Celestials, is coming out.
Yeah.
So, what is my?
You did mention obviously talking about some of the battle armor for Comstar. That's not something that I think's
Yeah,
on the
I am.
cards.
I think some more battle armor's never a bad thing, but like I think you need to do mechs. So we're gonna say I'd want to go for like I think something like Rolling Thunder,
You do like Rolling
and
Thunder.
I do love Rolling Thunder. I have them all painted. I am,
Mhm.
you know, I committed to the bit and made them all. But I'd want to have it so you could have variants where you've got like damage.
That's not a bad call. Or you could always have future Rolling Thunder. They don't get taken out, do they? I can't remember.
They are dead.
Oh, dead. Okay. Well, then you cannot have future Rolling Thunder. Well, they bring in Merc companies back in the Ill Clan. It could be their descendants. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I think maybe have. I don't know. It's hard to say because I feel like you could just do like I don't know Blackthorns or something.
Yeah, I think
But then
Blackthorns would be nice.
Just have it so you introduce a mech. You know what I mean? Like have it as like kind of a vehicle for introducing a new mech in plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could do anything really. But obviously, Rolling Thunder is a personal
What you yeah, that's what you'd like.
love of mine. But I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm married to the idea.
That's good. I'm glad you're not married to an idea, Tom.
No, he's married to Metro. He's in a Metro married.
He's married to RTM from
Artyom!
Metro.
Artyom!
So-
Go and kill 17 spiders!
Whoa.
So Dom, what do you want? What Lance fact do you want next for Battletech?
Right. We've had Snord's irregulars.
Yes.
We've had Chucks.
Have we considered having Snord's
regular?
regulars?
We
Just like a bunch of normal dudes. Just like some guys. Have we considered that?
So that's the Wolf Dragoons.
I suppose technically it kind of
they
it kind of is.
literally are.
Yeah.
It's just Snord's regulars.
Look, I've done 31 episodes of this podcast. I think I'd know if the Wolf Dragoons were just Snord's regulars.
I suppose you got Rhonda's in the Snords pack.
Yeah. That comment has the same fucking vibe as the guy where he's like, the New York financier.
Someone's going to have to tell me who the Snord's regulars are because I can tell I'm being gaslit.
No, Dom, it's got the same. Your comment just has the same thing of the guy that's like, Jeff Epstein, the New York financier. I think I'd know if something went on with him.
So
I went to many parties with Jeffrey Epstein, but I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Palm Beach Pete. I just want to play tennis.
My name's Palm Beach Dom.
okay, well, so Dom, you'd like to have another pack for the Snores Irregulars, but if they were more regular, normal. So
Conventional weapons.
So you'd like the Snores
I
Irregulars
imagine
pack.
like Swords Irregulars have like the squirty like flower that clowns have as their attacks. Like I feel like they just got some like they've got some weird stuff like
There's- Well,
a oil slick gun or something.
I don't. I think that's the Rhonda has like a Highlander with like some speakers on, which I don't think is that crazy really. It's painted pink, but the Iridoni Light Horse have a Banshee with like a 20-foot tall jester hat on it, which I think is insane. Like why?
Hey,
Why is that a
it's pretty
thing?
regular.
That they are regular
Pretty
apparently, but
regular.
they get to have that. But yeah, so Dom just wants to have some more boring Snord mechs, I'm guessing. So that's fine. That's fine. You deal with that. But yeah, cool. So those are our packs. Lastly, from Tex and Rich at this time, he has
Snorden.
he's asked us if what our opinions are on ATMs. There's advanced. Is it advanced targeting missiles? I can't remember what it is. Is it
Advanced tactical missiles.
tactical missiles? There we go. So it's Clan Tech missiles that, if people don't know, they've got 3 kind of fire modes. They've got long range that are very long range and they do 1 damage per missile. They've got like a medium range missile that does 2 damage a missile, and a short range missile that does like 3 damage a missile. Which, if you're starting to shoot some like the ATM 12s, and a lot of them hit, which they can do, then you can start causing a lot of damage.
Some people are going to be very upset.
Yeah, what do you guys think about them?
That sounded like Artyom from Metro.
Metro, yeah. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm just Artyom maxing.
He is. What do we have? What are our opinions on ATMs? I think I've only used them.
I love it when they give me the money.
They can
When
give.
they give me the money.
They can give you
I
the
love it when they
money.
give me the money.
Okay.
I love it when they give me the money.
I get the joke though.
When they give me the money.
Okay.
My
I love it
favorite.
when they give me the money. Is this joke got tired yet?
No.
No. Okay, so Tom, have you?
One more time.
Okay. Tom, have you used them yet?
My brain.
Just-
What's going on?
Just say you love it when they give you the money.
I love it. Give me the money.
Well, we'll move across to Nathan then. Nathan, I know you use these quite regular, don't you?
Use what?
ATMs.
Yeah, when I need money at a place.
Say.
just to-
Oh God! How did I not see that coming? How did I not see that coming?
Yeah, I love ATMs. They are
You know what I
best
particularly
missile
like
delivery
it?
system.
When they
Go
give me
on.
the money.
God's sake.
But no, I love rolling 3 damage missiles in groups of 5. That's really fun.
I think they were talking about
I
changing
think they
that.
should keep that.
They were talking about
If they
changing it.
change it, I will fire ATMs at the Catalyst Game Labs mud hut.
Catalyst Game
Apparently-
Labs, I'm going to blow you up.
I'm going to use ATM on your puny little factory.
The fact
Just man-portable ATM, just one.
the fact
On
factory.
behalf of the rest of the Hexperts, I just want to clarify we won't actually do that. This is not a threat.
I'm
We
going to
are-
use
this is a
manpad launcher to blow up
This is a
Catalyst Game
What-
Labs.
comedy
What-
podcast. This is a comedy
Catalyst
podcast.
Game Labs.
What? Why is
Comedy.
Gru there from the Minions?
I'm going. Oh, I am a Soviet Union member. I am going to blow up.
But yeah, ATMs are probably the coolest thing. I wish more mechs had them. Like I wish more mechs had racks. If they could combine the two and give Artemis 4 onto the ATMs, I would be
Whoa.
even happier.
What, Nathan? He's got a rack.
Well, they do have improved
Yeah, it's home at
ATMs.
the moment.
Yeah, they do have improved ATMs, Nathan. If
Yeah,
you'd like
yeah.
a better ATM,
What do they do? What does the improve? How improved is it?
I think it
It's
just lets you
improved.
fire the improved ammo, if I remember correctly, or does it give you a plus something to your cluster rolls? I think it gives it plus something to the cluster rolls. It might be like a
Yeah,
streak.
I do like the Takina Z where it has like nine ATM 12s,
I am
And then-
going.
and then you just get like another little fast shitter mech with Nova, and then you just run behind their mech, and it's like, ah yes, I hit you with 3 damage missiles for
All of
like
them.
72 times. And you just
Yeah. That's a lot of damage. But yeah, so we think they're pretty
How
cool.
about a lot more?
But yeah, we think they're pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. I think I've only used them once with the Mad Cat Mark IV, and it's the A variant. I think it's got them, which is cool. The one that
Hey, whatever
Arid-
happened to Mark 1, 2, and 3?
well, the Mark One is the number one. The 2 is the one that's coming in the next box set, and
Oh,
the,
sure.
Hey,
Freeze-
whatever happened
freeze
to
a little-
Jackson 1, 2, and 3?
but yeah,
And 4.
Ooh, baby, give me one more chance.
and I love it when
Does
the
anyone think that
ATMs.
Michael Jackson actually has like a really deep voice? Well, he had a deep voice before. You know,
Yeah,
but-
I don't get how people don't know this, that he like spoke soft to protect his voice, and he has like a normal sounding voice. Losing
Yeah,
head
so like
voice.
Nathan
that
does the
much.
opposite. Nathan
But
does
it-
the
but it
opposite.
just-
He speaks with a deep voice to protect his soft, light singing voice.
Anyway, next question is from the podcast Owen, who asks, "When are you going to do another episode?" The answer right now.
Never,
Right
never,
now.
we got
Right
no
now.
more.
Right here,
Right now,
right now.
no.
Right here, right now.
House asks,
Is
did
that
Dom?
his soft singing voice?
Yeah, did Dom? House asks, did Dom fall asleep? He did.
Yeah.
No.
Man.
Trying to think, we got any more questions?
What?
But I'm trying to find some more questions.
Cheese,
now.
oil.
We got cheese. We got another question for Tex and Rich.
Oh, jeez.
Cheesecake talk. Favorite sweet? I'm a peanut butter fudge kind of guy. Do we have a favorite cake?
Cream pie.
Peanut butter
You would
fudge.
like a cream pie. You like butter fudge?
Peanut butter fudge.
peanut-
I tried to say the worst thing possible, and Nathan won up me by saying
No.
butter fudge.
No, I'm just taken aback by the instance of such like pure
What would you say?
gluttony that you're like,
Butter fudge?
I said peanut butter fudge, but it got cut off halfway.
If someone said butter fudge to me, I'd think they were being homophobic. If they call, oh, what are you looking at, butter fudge?
So that's
Stop
that's
being an absolute butterfudge.
so that's Tex and Rich's favorite sweet is the peanut butter fudge. I don't know.
Tex and Rich, get a better choice. Just get a better choice.
Sort it out, Tex and Rich. Sort it
Yeah.
out.
I'm sure.
Big Rich-
I mean,
Big
you
Rich
can't.
sorted out.
You can't knock it until you try peanut butter fudge. I'm sure it's.
Absolutely
Uh,
can.
Okay.
I'm a big sticky toffee pudding fan.
Oh, you would be a
personally.
sticky toffee pudding. I'm surprised you're not a roly poly fan.
I
Don't call
do.
me rolling.
I do.
That's really offensive.
Both,
You
both.
fucking roly poly.
roly
That's
poly.
really offensive.
Hi, when it comes to both the puppet and the dessert, I fuck with roly polies. Okay.
Tom, what we're thinking on? I don't even know. Suppose some sort of French dessert that I don't understand.
I am partial to Milfia.
See it. There we go.
He's partial to a MILF. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't know, but it turned out that was the whole
That's
point.
the
Part of a
truth.
mill.
No, Milfia, which means 1,000 layers.
Is that some sort of
No, it doesn't.
croissant kind of thing?
No, it doesn't. Tom doesn't mean that.
He just made it up. We believe him.
He's just lying.
Lying for clout.
No reason.
Anyway,
No,
How,
it's,
how dare you speak a made up language on this podcast?
you also may
made
know
up
it.
useless advert.
I will say you may better know it as a vanilla slice.
Oh,
Now
look
we're
at me, I
talking.
speak my
That's-
wiki
that's-
made up language or
that-
vanilla
that's-
slice.
That's what they call me in the suburbs of Birmingham.
okay.
What vanilla
Okay,
slice?
let's move on. Tom.
They call him peanut butter fudge.
No, Tom. What's your favourite sweet?
No, it's only on Grindr.
Oh, no.
What, that Battletech game mode?
Yeah.
Yeah, the unfortunately named Battletech game mode.
What do you mean, unfortunately? So are you saying it's unfortunate? that
Dom
some people
told me
gay?
Dom told me last time he was at Expo there was a bunch of people on the grinder and I couldn't find any of
Yeah,
them.
there's a
I couldn't find any of them playing it when I was there.
It's like Pokemon Go. Apparently, it's like Pokemon Go.
It's got that's got the same kind of thing of like I just I just people kept saying that that there was a grinder going on, and I don't know what happened.
I kept seeing people enter the same cubicle. I thought they were just really confused. It was quite warm in there, to be fair.
Anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't. It still someone stuck their finger up my arse.
Okay. Anyway.
Nathan came out covered in peanut butter fudge.
I got power tools from the other stall, and then a hole appeared in the side of the.
Okay,
It was so odd.
I think we're just going to move on from this question. We're going to move. We're moving to a little bit different.
Sweets. Let's see, sweets. If I am to eat sweets, and Tex and Ridge is about to get like a massive hard on hearing this, I like Reese's Pieces. Okay.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, and the fact that the chocolate's made in the UK and it doesn't have the fucking barf chemical in. So I like a couple Reese's cups.
The barf chemical.
It does. So American chocolate, when they make it, for some reason they add the same chemical that's in human puke as like a preservative. So you taste human puke when you eat American chocolates.
It explains the flavour.
But they don't in the ones that are made in England. So yeah.
Super. Dom.
This is fact checked by real British patriots.
Exactly. Dom, do you have a favourite sweet or treat? Or sweet treat?
I like cookies.
But we did mention that
I'm
earlier.
a cookie guy. What else do I like? I like a Kit Kat chunky currently. I'm into Kit Kat chunkies.
Yeah, you are a Kit Kat.
Thank you, mate. Snap me off. What else do I like? Kit Kat chunkies. I like a dairy milk, but before they just put loads of wax in it.
Palm oil.
I like a Galaxy. I like a Skittle, but also I like a fruit pastel. What are they called? Sorry, Nathan. I was busy talking about all of the things I like to eat.
Are we just listing off like kind of?
Yeah, we are.
You know,
It's the question. Sorry, it's a question that's been asked. Dom can answer.
What other sweet treats do I like? Oh, I know what I like. Nathan's mum. Next question.
Oh dear.
that's awesome. I'm on board with that.
Okay. Anyway, I was just gonna finish that off with saying I kind of like cheesecake. Let's move on.
I thought you were going to say I also
No, I was not going to say. Oh dear. Anyway, let's get into some of the later questions. These are more recent. So this is obviously very more recent because it's talking about the core box. What mech should have been in the core box? This is from UAE John. So I've seen these questions earlier, so I was thinking about this. Obviously, I know we talked about that maybe the Uclan era with some of the fancier tech may not have been the best era to go through. I kind of like it because I think it balances out a little bit having all the crazy tech. However, I think I would have liked to see maybe some different kind of maybe eras or different factions in there, maybe earlier factions. Like I know I talked about like some of the Merrick's stuff earlier on, but I wouldn't mind like a box that was kind of maybe Merrick kind of Confederation kind of themed, like 'cause you don't see many of those mechs out in plastic. What do you guys reckon?
So, Tom, I know you're a bit knowledgeable on this whole Battletech thing. What's the one with? Is it the coat? Not the coat up. The one with like the funky headdress.
Oh, the is it Hurrian
Hurrian Warrior.
That's it. Yeah.
Hurrian Warrior should have been in there. I would have loved that. I think he's actually a really cool inner sphere mech design. So yeah, why not say Hurrian Warrior?
So would you have gone down a route of having like a Capellan versus someone core box, or would you just want to have him in one of the core boxes?
Just have him there.
He's just cutting about the gaff.
He's just cutting about the guy.
Just wants that mech. He doesn't care about anything else. Just need him in there. So yeah, that's Nathan just wants to have at least a hero warrior in there. Tom, do you have any?
Lewis, he's just cutting about the gaff, mate.
Just having toddle about. Tom, do you have a do you have any? What do you think the core box or the kind of successors to the Age of a game of Armored Combat should have had in it, or what should it have been?
That's a really good question.
'Cause it's difficult to have like Comstar or clans in there generally, unless you kind of go into the all clan area, because like
Yeah.
you start end up
it's
with,
just difficult.
you end up
It's
having
just
like
difficult in
5s and
general.
5s or 5s and 6s. You end up with a silly amount of mechs, whereas
6 and 7s.
What?
6 and
I'm
7s.
fucking.
Well, you could
2 seconds.
you could have had the what do you call it? What's the planet homeworld kind of war that's going on? War of Reaving. That might have been fun. You know, like 5 clan mechs versus 3.
I'm just looking on my shelf for mechs that I've got. What's the? You might know the name for this list. The Capellan one that looks like it's out of Titanfall.
Oh, was it the Dola, the one with the knife? Is it?
Yeah, the Dola. Yeah, get the Dola in
Good
there.
Dola. So we got 2 Capella
You know,
mechs.
if I had an ATM, I would get the Dola.
Oh, for God. That's pretty good. Okay, so
No, I'm on board with
I'll
this.
leave it
I'm on
on.
board with this.
so are you thinking you would like to have maybe a Capellan themed section of the box anyway?
Yeah, why not?
Cool. Would you have them?
I-
Who would you have them playing against? Would you be going? You thinking Il Clan kind of against Clan Wolf, or you thinking more kind of earlier on in the kind of timeline, so you got some more simpler tech?
I would do what can only be described as a pro gamer move.
Yeah.
And have it set during the fallback from the Capellan's failed play for Terror.
Oh, from the
Ooh.
Il Clan era.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's quite a good idea.
You still got
Directly tie it in to just directly tie it into the lore.
cool. So that's interesting. So,
And have what's her name? Kai Centralilio in these days.
I mean,
Deny Centralilio?
she was in the second Big Mac, wasn't she?
No, but I'm saying
Well,
what's
yeah.
Oh,
actually
Meg.
call it the Big
Black,
Mac.
she's in Black Knight, I think, currently.
Do they actually call
Oh.
it the Big Mac?
yeah, it's big.
What does the Mac stand for?
McCarran's Armored Cavalry.
Not McDonald's.
Not this time.
It's the
sorry, I'm
McCarran.
hungry.
It's the McCarran's Armored Cavalry, but it's known as Big Mac.
Yeah, so
Oh.
you'd have Big Mac or something along those lines, maybe playing against someone else. I'm trying to think who they'd be playing against.
I would almost have, like you could even theme it where you've got like maybe.
I think it might be nice having them playing against some Federated Suns mechs, because there's some real nice Federated Sun sculpts come out recently.
Like I'm just thinking of like how you could play it, and I feel like for me I'd be thinking of stuff like you could do maybe like 2 Big Mac mechs, 2 like straight Capellan mechs, and then 5 Clan Wolf mechs.
Yeah, or
Sounds
I
like a
think
good idea to me.
were the Snow Ravens involved with I think pushing back the Capellans.
You know what I mean? Like have it
No.
as like I would
They
say
weren't.
theme the box around. Theme your box around your lore. There's no point having all this really cool lore where you've got, all this stuff going on, and then just not using it.
I was just thinking that obviously just talking about that kind of era, you might have the chance there maybe to chuck in some proto mechs, but I think when you kind of begin at your kind of core box, you probably don't want to start throwing those in. But that they might be a nice kind of add-on to like the equivalent to like the kind of Clan Invasion kind of box set for like a later era.
I do think there should be a starter box and then an intermediate box.
As in like the Clan
Okay, I
Invasion
like
box.
that. Like 3 tiers, like the Warhammer style of starter boxes.
Yeah, so like you've got your starter box, which is just your 2 mechs, and then you've got your Game of Armored Combat, which is your kind of 8 mechs, but they're all kind of like basic bitch mechs.
Yeah.
And then you have your kind of what Clan Invasion sort of was, which is you have your kind of expansion box, but it's like proto mechs and like the box itself is like a weird box, so it might be like proto-mechs versus tanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Like a-
Hear me out. Hear me out. We take that idea further. Yeah.
Okay. If
And
if you're gonna say lambs, I'm gonna kill you.
No, I was more saying that we should have like company boxes, like you know, remember in 40k in like 5th edition when you could buy a Space Marine company in a box.
I do, yeah.
Why not buy like a brigade so you have like specific cavalry, like cavalry lance, scout lance, etc. But then they just sell you a box where it's just like four lances, like a quad lance pack.
It might be
And
something.
it's like an actual formation, like based on some of the famous units in the setting.
It might be
Yeah,
something
that
they
would
look
be-
at going forward, but I think at the moment they're still filling out different sections of different kind of factions. But I could see obviously that being interesting for some people, just saying, "Oh, this is actually this. This is that unit at this point. This is all of the mechs they had, and I'd like to play with them." But yeah, I suppose it's
Well, you could even have like the Wolf Dragoons at Misery, and you could have a special downgraded Stone Rhino there.
yeah. And I think obviously,
Huh?
what does he mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
But yeah, there's some cool options there. Dom, what do you think?
We're still talking about the sweet treats that we enjoy.
No, but you can carry on with some sweet treats if you wanted to.
Can't
What
say
was
my
the
mum
question?
again.
What was the question again?
Oh, what mech should have been in the core box?
Probably the Hollander.
He's in the box.
It is in the box.
Maybe the Warhammer.
He's not in the current core box. Yeah, he's on
Maybe
the
Warhammer.
he's on the front cover of the first box. So yeah, that's not a bad call.
So maybe the Warhammer.
But he's in the box.
Okay.
He's not in the new
Oh,
box.
is he not? No, he's not,
He's
is
not
he?
in-
Sorry,
not
no,
in-
that's actually. You know what? I completely. He's so prominent in all of the
Yeah, mate.
artwork that I was like,
maybe they need to like actually include the things that they say they're going to put on the front cover. That'd be
Try-
like
it's
going
like-
to like Japan and you can't buy panties from the panty machine. Like what the hell, Japan?
I'd cry. I'd actually cry.
Okay. But they're also talking of that. There's some really cool episodes on the Battletech podcast talking about the Japanese stuff they've seen in the magazines for Battletech.
Oh, we should start podcasts talking about the Japanese stuff we see in magazines. They go down great, I think.
It's more just that it was quite interesting that they kind of the vibe of the universe was quite different in the stuff they marketed towards the Japanese. It was more kind of I think they've got anime characters and stuff, like they've got anime kind of people and like mech warriors and stuff, and like whole magazines, and I think the focus was more on about like the pilots and how they live with each other, and less on about obviously like feudalism and like.
Were there any yaoi? Were there some yaoi?
I heard there's some anime mech pilots and stuff like that I've not seen before. That's
Were there some yaoi though? Did the mech pilots want to kiss each other?
probably, I don't know though. But there was some magazines as well.
Did Hans Davian and Max Leo fuck?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
I think that's called Doomed Yaoi.
Anyway, so I don't know how we got to that, but so Dom reckons there should be a Warhammer in the core box.
I think there should be a Warhammer or maybe a flea.
Yes, those are options. There was a flea in the last Mercenaries box, but a flea and a Warhammer could be in a core box. We all have.
Maybe or maybe like a
Do you want to just list 8
maybe
mechs?
a Black Knight. Maybe a
Black Knight would be a solid choice. You got 3 mechs. You got 8 in the box. Dom, do you want to give us 5 more mechs and then we can fill your box?
Okay, so the Pack Hunter,
Black Hunter, you could be in there.
Yep.
I'm on board.
the Marauder, if that's not already in there, it should be.
He's not in it, but you could have him in there.
I'm guessing the Atlas is in there.
Really should be.
He's got a pop.
Is the Atlas in there?
The Atlas is not in there.
Oh.
Okay, well these are some big hitters.
Ooh,
that are missing from
ooh,
the box,
Atlas.
aren't they?
Atlas 3, the Rack 5. There you go.
Do you want that?
These are
Dom?
some big hitters that are missing from the box. This
I
is
think,
going to be a
I think the idea was that they were trying to get away from the kind of 30-25 hitters in the All Clan thing. But
That's like Games Workshop saying, "Let's get away from blue Space Marines." It's
Let-
just silly.
let's get away from our firstborn Space
Oh,
Marines.
if only.
Who
no,
needs
no.
money?
So yeah, we've got 2 more mechs then. So
I would say, I don't know, mechs. The Gladiator.
Gladiator is a mech. Which
Oh,
one do you want?
yeah.
The do you want the Clan one, or do you want the Inner Sphere Cretan one?
The Innisphere one,
Of course,
the Innisphere
yeah,
one.
of course. Got one more
Um,
mech.
The Fire Starter.
This Firestarter is a mech.
You know
Yeah.
what? I am consistently. I know that I've been like absolutely ribbing Dom, but I am actually impressed at how you've managed to dredge these. You know what? You've been doing pretty well. I know. I can tell that it's a bit of a. I can tell that it's becoming a bit of a problem.
You're like you're like a dad who's gone for milk and then you come back and see he's got like a respectable job.
So fucking
What you
hell,
don't know
right?
is that Lewis actually has me in the contraption from A Clockwork Orange with my eyes peeled wide open while I have to watch fucking
It's
Mech
it's,
Warrior 1
it's just different
through
sauna
5.
videos and what's he called, the frog guy on YouTube?
Mech Frog.
Mech Frog.
Yeah.
You just have Mech Frog.
I do
It's
I
just
do
have
like
to-
Mech Frog videos. Are sick.
Elon Musk gave me a brain chip that makes me know all about Battletech.
that should be the name of one of the episodes.
Oh, Elon. The only thing Elon Musk gave me was an STD.
Anyway,
no.
anyway.
The only thing that Elon Musk gave me was an NFT. Now it's
Yeah.
useless.
Anyway, John was also
I've
asking.
just got a picture of a monkey.
Anyway, John was also asking, do you use alternative ammo in games, and what do you love? I don't really use a lot
Yeah,
of
I
alternate ammo.
use like a spud gun to shoot at Lewis.
Yes, have used alternative ammo. No, don't use
Is
it
it
very
hot shot
often.
ammo? Is it hot shot ammo? The hot load?
I don't think the hot load counts as special ammo, does it?
That isn't special ammo. That's special loading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, if you got a narc launch, you need narc enabled LRMs and like semi-guided.
What's the tracking one that Ian loves?
The precision for the
Yeah,
uh,
precision.
autocannon. A lot of stuff's changing, I think, as well with the new rule book.
Yeah,
Like I think
it's changing.
there's a lot of rules changing for how the guns work. 'Cause I think a lot of them are quite good, and some of them are very useless. But a lot of the time they don't have any kind of BV apart from semi-guided LRMs. So I don't know if they.
No, precision. You halve your ammo.
I suppose that's your downside there, but I think for campaigns that's difficult. But for games where you're probably only playing 8 turns, then most of the time that it doesn't really make
Oh,
much of a
much
difference.
fucking different.
I think for your AC-20s it does, but like for most mechs it doesn't make too much of a difference.
Caseless.
Caseless is it's cool. I've not used it, but the idea is cool. You get double ammo, but like the jam. Those are some good ones for the autocannon. Nathan, have you got some ammo that you like?
Short range ATM ammo.
Yeah,
I don't-
is it the
I
high
don't really
explosive?
use-
Yeah,
Thunder mines. I like
yeah,
Thunder
they're a
mines.
choice. They're
I'm a
pretty
big-
cool.
I read one book and then they used Thunder mines like a million times. And I was like, yeah, they're so cool, and I've never got the chance to use them yet. So
He's
One day.
literally me. Like it's the Ryan Gosling of mines.
And lastly, for this section of questions, John asks, "What's the worst dice luck you've had in the game?" I think the worst for me, I can't remember doing a demo game and just shot someone's head off first turn. It's like, oh, that's not how that's
That
supposed.
happened to me
yeah,
as
it's
well.
not
Ian
so-
did that to me.
it's not
My
how it's
first
supposed-
ever Battletech intro, even though I've had like 4 before. Ian shot me with a gun. He was like, "I'm really sorry. Can we re-rack?" And I just said no.
I'm going home.
Oh, actually, funnily enough, I have something very similar. First game of Battletech I ever played. First turn, my grasshopper got PPC crit from across the board.
Yeah, I think those are usually the ones that aren't fantastic, but
and you know what? I think we've got a running trend here because my worst dice luck is actually when I was playing. Both times when I'm playing in the open in the third round, I get headshotted.
oh,
Always.
the Battletech Open tournaments, you do really well in the rankings, and then you get shot in the head.
I do really well first 2 rounds, then go against like the the Mo Farah of Battletech,
Yeah.
as in
The
the best
Mo
piece form.
Farah of Battletech
oh,
is crazy.
That's
Okay,
crazy
you,
work.
Why is
you
that
sound
the
quite
athlete that you
impressed.
went to?
It's his
I couldn't
age.
think of any athletes. I was on. I was on the spot. I was trying to think of the guy who's the like. I forgot what it's called, the chess champion, who accused the other guy of wearing a vibrator in his ass.
What, Magnus Carlsen?
Yeah, Magnus Carlsen. I'm against them, and the vibrator does not go off, and then they just kill one of my mechs. I was like, damn.
The problem is the vibrator's always going up when Nathan's playing. Yeah. So yes, that's some of the worst dice luck. Hopefully, with the new edge point system, that might be something that doesn't happen so often on your smaller point games where you're using special pilot abilities.
Actually, Lewis, specifically, it didn't mention there that it was worse dice luck when playing Battletech. So, do we want to talk about your worst dice luck?
We don't talk about my dice are normally. It's fine. Just don't need to roll.
No, I had a specific game in mind.
No, we don't want to talk about that game. Let's talk. Let's talk about.
It's mad that you know which game I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that was a bad game. That was. I flipped the
That
table.
was a bad game.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we've got another question from House. This one, Nathan, you would like. Any question? Any chance there's going to be a Hexperts Bad Ab War episode?
We can do that. I would be so game for that
We
as well.
can. We absolutely can.
We do.
We should.
I think we.
I think if we do like a mini series of it, where we're just talking about like a campaign, if we run one / when we run one.
We've all got
Do
Bad Ab.
people want to see us do battle reports and campaign days and stuff? Do people want to see that?
I
If
assume
you
that-
want to
Yeah,
see
let
that,
us know.
They probably
let us
want
know,
to. They probably
because,
want us
I
to.
need to practice video editing.
us
So.
They probably want to see us do BattleTech ones at least first before we move on to doing a Bad Ab War one.
What the hell is Battletech?
I don't know.
House, just so you know, I have
That's literally the name of our first episode.
I have 1,750 points of Astral Claws, nearly finished. I've just got to finish the decals. And then
I'm
they're Gucci.
Yep, and I'm working through a good 3,000 points of Red Scorpions.
So
Okay, an entire company of them.
soon, mate. Soon you'll
Soon.
soon you'll have the unlimited power of the Death Star.
I know.
Unlimited power.
Dom, you've been doing Lamenters, and I've got some Space Sharks I need to finish.
Yeah, I like Lamenters, Mr. Bad Ab Warman, who asked that question. They're
This
cool.
house.
However, having to paint them is like somewhat difficult.
To be
in my
fair, Dom having to paint them makes him lament.
It's true.
I'm lamenting.
That should
I'm
have.
lamenting.
Those should have had some mean. Will the Hexperts?
There are like cast ones or 3D.
You
printed
won't do
ones.
it.
No.
I told him.
If you want to see them, if you want to see my Lamenters, tell me on Discord and I'll put them in the chat or something.
Yeah, we could send them in. I could put them up on the Instagram. No, don't be silly. Will the Hexperts be doing events for the refit rules going forward, or a mix of Total Warfare / Battle Manual and refit to support both groups?
This is a little bit. You're getting ahead of yourself, thinking that we're doing events.
I still want to do the mercenary event at the Air Museum.
I'm fucking with you. I'd love to do. I'd love to help out with the mercenary event. To be fair, mate, I haven't.
I think that's one that's when the mercenaries box hits retail shelves. I want to start be doing Hinterlands or a Drac Reach kind of event. But
I will happily run both.
yeah, I think that'd be fun, especially with the way they're changing some of the rules in Hinterlands.
I was about
Drac
to
Reach.
say, if you're a listener and you can get into the West Midlands, when this stuff hits UK shelves, we will be running a Hinterlands campaign day
Or Drac Reach.
or Drac Reach, and it can be run by yours truly, a man that has played Drac Reach and run an official UK Games Expo Catalyst Mercenaries Games Day.
Cool. But yes, I think
there
that
you go.
the question really was asking though that I think, are we going to be using the new kind of core Roblox rules, or do we think we're going to be using a bit of the older rules?
It'll depend. For me, it depends on what people want. If you want to play new rules, we'll play new rules. If everyone wants to play old rules, we're going to play old rules.
I
I
think
feel
I'm.
like no one here will appreciate it, but I could do my Bill Maher impression right now.
Go on.
New rule. We've got to play Battletech.
Well, I know for me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Was that
yeah.
good? What did you think, Nathan? What did you think?
You made a single tear run down my eye about
Well,
just because of how good that impression was.
Mate, you made a
New
single tear run down my
rule.
thigh.
oh dear. Anyway, what I would say that
I don't sound like that.
I think for me, I think we're probably leaning more towards the new core rule box rules, just because obviously they're going to be the one that's going to be coming out, and the box sets will be the one that's available for people to buy quite easily. And also, I think a lot of those rules in there have been designed to kind of help streamline and simplify and make things a bit more understandable. So obviously, if we're trying to run an event, the easier something is to play, the better, I suppose. I know there's some stuff in there like losing faces when falling that some people might be upset about, or focusing now on battlefield support points rather than the full rules for vehicles. But I think a lot of the stuff in there is, although it can be a bit contentious, I think it just makes things simple enough that people actually use them. Because I know I've never really used hovercraft in standard classic, but like I would use hovercraft as a battlefield support point because it means I can use it without having to learn a bunch of rules while focusing on the mechs, which is the kind of main thing we're supposed to be kind of playing Battletech for generally.
I do just want to say, if you prefer the OG rules over Battlefield support points, you are certifiably insane.
I think, yeah.
No, there's not. I'm
No,
not even.
no,
I'm,
Lewis. There is no think. There is just you're insane. You're a crazy guy.
I
You're the
don't.
Riddler.
I'm
You're the
taking.
Riddler, and Tom's Philip Schofield,
I think.
and he's beating you up with his big stick.
Okay, I think you can obviously play what you want to play, but I think especially for stuff like events, I think having a more streamlined rule system, which means people can
Lewis,
have.
mate, is your arse hurting the amount you sitting on the fence?
Oh, but
Nathan, is your ass hurting for how much you're sitting on Lewis while he sits on the fence?
well, Dom, Nathan, do you have any preference on which way you'd want to have events go? The previous
The OG rules, probably.
OG, and Dom, do you have a preference?
I think it depends on the players. Just ask them, see what they want to do.
I think
EA Sports.
yeah, I'm leaning
game.
towards the new rule set just because I think they'll be easier and more. You'd be able to get more on the more.
It
playing.
depends though, because sometimes you go to an event and it's just full of oldies, isn't it? It's full of you old little guys. These tiny
Old little
old
guys. Pointing.
These little Grima worm tongues that go to the events and they
Insult everyone to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
insulting them because the little Grima worm tongues might just prefer the way things always were done. You know.
we should do a poll to see what people think if they're for events anyway.
Dom, were these green worm tongues at Penkridge earlier today? Because I'm sure I saw some.
Yeah, and they were playing in Max Rebo's band. Oh, great! We just got copyright stricken. The impression was so good.
Anyway, we still got some more questions. House has
You're an
asked,
absolute lizard, Dom.
House has asked for is there any advice for any people, any new players for going into the open format? Tom, I don't think you've ever actually
Perish.
played in the open format.
Perish.
You can't say anything.
Have health issues the night before and
Lying
have
down.
to accuse yourself.
Have a lie down.
Have a lie
my
down.
That's
Oh,
my
sweet.
number one piece of advice.
Don't try and keep up with Nathan when you go out.
Oh, to be fair, I was just ill, so it's I don't know.
I know you won't. I know you will. I'm just joking.
My advice would be, don't be afraid of competitive play. Competitive play is a valid way of expressing enjoyment for your hobby. Don't feel like you're being like you're not enjoying things the right way because it's competitive. Just get in there, have a fun time, try and win your games, do your best because you want to give your opponent a good time too, and don't shy away from trying to win. Don't worry, but do it fairly, do it in a good way.
Actually, you know what? I've got another piece of advice. Just when it goes in, just just make sure you don't squeal.
For God's sake.
Oh. Some
Nathan,
people like it when you squeal.
Mm.
as the only one of us who's actually, I think, attended an open, do you have any advice?
Well, I did say it, but it might not have been heard. Drink.
Drink. Is this before,
Drink.
after, during? Just drink.
Yes.
Just drink. And also,
You're not there. You're not there to play Battletech. You're not there to win. You're there to hang out with the lads, chat shit, and sink points.
it did seem to
That
be.
should
You're there to hang out.
should
You're there
be
to hang
your
out of the
focus.
Battletech lads. Just hang straight out of them.
But obviously for people who are looking to have to play the game, I know you and Tom did have some games where you're trying out some of the mechs for the format, so it might be something that you might want to try playing some of the kind of rounds out beforehand to see what mechs suit your playstyles. That's my advice.
But
I will
it's
say-
fun to play games.
Also, if you have a strategy for a round, don't completely throw it away the second you start the round because you see big red button and you really
Yeah.
want to press it.
AC20 does not mean you always win.
No. Rocket launchers.
Oh, you rocket launcher! The whole thing was don't shoot all of the rocket launchers at once.
So
and you
the thing
immediately
is,
did
we
it.
did actually. Nathan and I did actually play that round, and we came to the like the agreement that you wanted to be the second person to fire your rocket launchers.
Yeah. And then I told that to a bunch of the lads there. And then, despite that, I then immediately, at the first possible time I could,
Spaffed every
absolutely
single rocket
spaffed.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, that's some confusing advice there for you in your house. Lastly, on this bunch of questions, he's asking, will there be any collabs with any of the podcasts, such as Black Pants Legion, or get people like Tex and Rich on to give us?
We're not that
No.
cool.
So you see,
yeah.
there's one person on this podcast who actually does have quite a lot of connections, especially to people just in the Battletech area, like seeing in general, and he's usually the first one to be contacted.
Who's
And
that?
his name's Lewis, and he
Who?
never reached out
I
to anyone.
just forget that people sometimes message me about those things. But obviously, if I'm sure some of the bigger people like the Black Pants Legion and such have got better things to be doing than coming on our podcast.
Well,
However,
that's a cringe as fuck thing to say, Lewis.
If
Anyway,
you have a Battletech
Anyway,
podcast-
we're
Just
gonna
saying.
anyway. So we're gonna put the razor blades away for a second and just say, if you want us to be on someone else's podcast, you should go to them and comment. Oh, you guys would probably love the Hexperts. Why don't you guys do a collab? It'd be cool to see you guys together.
also,
I can't
Then-
wait to see this on the comments.
Sure,
The
true.
latest Sargon of a CAD or Arch Warhammer video. You should go and get the Hexperts on top.
Dom, here's an actual real question. If Sargon of Akkad said, yes, I want to be on your Battletech
Oh, I'm
podcast.
grifting.
Oh, I'm selling out immediately.
Yeah, I'm grifting.
I've got these nootropic supplements that are going to make your brain work fast.
anyway, though, but yeah, if anyone, if there's any collabs that people want to do, please let us know. Or as House has mentioned, there people like Tex and Rich, from somewhere different to us. Has got some obviously a bunch of interesting information.
We might have a listener call-in episode.
I think that'd be nice to do because it's really interesting listening to how Battletech is played in different areas. I love listening to how far some of the guys have to travel, like in different parts of the world, just to get a game in. Whereas like Dom will complain if he has to travel more than 5 miles from his house.
Hey.
There's literally guys got to drive
Hey.
like across snowy mountains to get a single game of Battletech, and Dom's like, oh no, oh dear.
It's true. I had to cross through the forests of whatever it is, Fangorn Forest. Is that the one they have to go through?
The Dracvold.
I don't know. Dracwold Forest, Poopy Butt Forest.
Did
Yeah,
you
I don't
find
know.
Kazakh one or the?
Oh, I
What?
Boris Todbringer killed me before I got to him.
He took my fucking guy.
Anyway,
Oh,
But if anyone does want to come on and chat to us, obviously let us know. 'cause-
But just make sure you tell these people that we are British, and hopefully that will really get them going. Because
Oh.
if there's one thing American people love for some reason, it's the British accent, and
It'll
we
really
will.
start their engine.
It really revs their F-16.
Excuse-
So we will. I will go on and I'll pretend to be a member of the Peaky Blinders if that's what it takes.
Or
Yeah.
if
I'll
anyone
pretend to be an American if that's what it takes.
or if anyone wants to come on and just like give us some cool info about your local
Yeah.
groups and stuff and what you're doing and some of your events.
If there's anyone from other podcasts listening to this podcast,
What?
you're probably in the Valhalla Club anyway. Just send us a message. Send one of us a message. Put it in the little segment we got over there.
Do we have a
let us
space
know.
in the Valhalla Club?
We
We do have a space in the Valhalla
Yeah.
Club.
Mike sorted that for us.
We've had it for ages.
Oh well, seems that it shows you how much I've been to the bar.
But yes,
We're all drunk.
yeah, cool. But yeah, or anyone who's not in the podcast who wants to jump on, let us know. Let's move along to some more questions. Obviously,
How many questions do we have left? Because
really not many. Like, I think that's it now.
I might need to go.
Let's go to the toilet. That's it actually. That's all the questions. Wow, that was good timing. But yes, thank you very much for everyone listening to our questionsode. So at some point we'll need to do another questionsode to go through all the questions, or we could just keep on top of the questions.
We'll probably just do it like, I'd say once a month. If we do it once a month, we'll be able to keep up with everyone's
Oh,
questions.
so every episode.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe for you, but not for us.
Oh dear. It's just in that cat person that Dom sent me. But that is the end of the episode. Thank you very much for listening to this train wreck of an episode. It's been quite fun to record, and hopefully it doesn't come out as bad as I think it might do. But next episode, I think we're going to return back to more of our normal format. So look forward to that. I don't know if we're doing Wolves Dragoons. We might get Nathan's fabled Italian episode on the Open. I don't think he remembers what's happened anymore. There'll be something fun though. So look forward to that coming out soon. Yeah, is that everything from you guys? Anything to add before we sign off?
No, I think I'm
No.
all good here.
Super. And apparently ATMs is where you get the money from. So catch you guys on the flip side.